Wanted to talk about how to do internal audits with the equity, diversity, inclusion lens. My name is Manpreet Jilin from Veza Global. Part of our work that we do with organizations is doing these audits. And when we're looking at the current economy, one of the important things is how do we do these audits internally ourselves? Knowing that a third party is always important to hire. That's my bias, of course. But sometimes, there's certain aspects that we can think about ourselves. So when we're thinking about internal audits, one of the most important piece when we're looking at it is who's a part of the decision making, and how are we accessing information of people with a diversity of thought that will actually impact the way that processes and systems are built. When we're thinking about a lot of the systems and organizations that are built currently, they are from a colonial lens. They are built archaically with this masculine energy, focusing on targets, goals, and thinking about the one bottom line, financial. When we're thinking about inclusive organizations, we are thinking about looking at feminine leadership principles, collaboration, relationship, thinking about a person that goes through the organization. When we're doing our audits through this lens as well, all of a sudden we start to recognize that when we develop documents, when we develop processes and systems, the communications plan is so important. So attaching that to any of our presentations that we have. For example, when we have an onboarding system, and that is to be inclusive and also be one that's robust, is really thinking about, as an individual, what's the user case that's going to go through this situation? As a staff member, as a manager, what are the touch points? Who do they need to contact? Who they need to connect with? For example, we work with a lot of universities. Many times, many of these, they'll hire new faculty. And sometimes the faculty don't have experience in that local area with local tribes and nations. And also they don't have understanding of how to conduct research locally. That's where even faculty mentorship programs are so important. Having ways that new faculty can engage with the research, with the local community, making introductions, and also providing guidance in how to design the research as well. And when you apply that into even the workplace, that's super important, because then that's when you understand how informal systems work. As a new employee coming in, even as a new manager, they do need mentoring as well. It could be another manager that can help them guide their pathway on how the systems work for them. And what does that mean for them? And how do they navigate? And who do they ask questions to? We know that admin staff hold a lot of power within organizations. They have a lot of the information, but it's sometimes, knowing on how to build that relationship with them, and also who to build it with. So that's why when you're thinking about the lens of internal audits with an equity, diversity, inclusion lens, it is super important to think about, well, how do these systems and processes, what are their communications, and how do people actually operationalize them? That's step one for looking at internal audits with the IDEA lens.